We are in the liturgical season of Lent. Lent offers us a providential opportunity to deepen the meaning and value of our Christian lives and to rediscover the mercy of God so that we in turn become more merciful toward our brothers and sisters. Lent is a joyful season, a great season of grace, provided we take up three penitential practices of Lent, namely prayer, almsgiving, and fasting. I would like to focus my reflection on fasting. Fasting is normally understood as the complete or partial abstention from food. A person may abstain from food for days. That would not make him or her automatically acceptable and pleasing to God. The question is not what we give up, but why we give up. The motive in fasting must be to glorify God or to become God-oriented and people-oriented. In the New Testament, Jesus brings to light the profound motive for fasting, that is to do the will of the Heavenly Father. Jesus himself set the example, answering Satan at the end of the 40 days spent in the desert, that man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. According to Pope Benedict XVI, the true fast directed to eating the true food, which is doing the will of God. Denying material food nurtures an interior disposition to listen to Christ and to be fed by His saving word. Through fasting and prayer, we allow God to come and satisfy the deepest hunger that we experience in the depths of our being, the hunger and thirst for God. Fasting is a therapy to heal all that prevents us from conformity to the will of God. Fasting releases God's supernatural power. Moses fasted 40 days and 40 nights before he received the 10 Commandments. Daniel fasted in order to receive guidance from God. Prophet Elijah fasted before meeting the Lord at Mount Horeb. Nehemiah fasted before taking up major building project. Jesus fasted 40 days in the desert before he undertook his public ministry. The early Christians fasted during the decision-making process. Acts chapter 13, 2-3. So fasting helps us to discern and do the will of God. Fasting is an outward expression of inward attitude. It is not just bodily fasting that is expected of us, but fasting from anger, hatred, resentment, gossip, judging, complaining, malicious speech, false accusation, and so on. When our fasting does not make us more generous and compassionate towards our brothers and sisters, we should question the value of our fasting. When our fasting does not motivate us to forgive our enemies and pray for those who curse us, we must question the sincerity of our fasting. The fasting enables us to grow in the spirit of the Good Samaritan who became neighbor to the victim on the road. When we grow in our love for God and become merciful towards our brothers and sisters, our fasting becomes a feasting on Jesus, and Lenten season becomes a spring season for our soul and for our spiritual life.